Hey there, traveler. It's been a while, hasn't it? I mean, since you and I have had a heart-to-heart. Must be a lot on your mind. You're in this corner by your lonesome. What's going on? Yeah, I suppose it is a lot to take in, isn't it? Child of destiny and all that crap. I can't imagine how difficult that must be for you. I mean that. I can see how it would be exciting in one place, but in practice, being a little scarier. No worries. That's why we're here, isn't it? To support you. I'm surprised you're not cuddling up with Louie or hanging out with Hakan. Why be by your lonesome? Self-reflection is important. I know that. Did I ever tell you who I was before I started working here at the stroke of midnight? I thought I hadn't. Relax and get comfortable. See, many years ago, I lived in the Underdark. Yeah, that's right. I actually worked for a crime syndicate. My boss, a man named Anguish, he was, and still is, the king, undisputed, of the Underdark. He's run the business for years. Gambling, racketeering, you name it, he's got his hand in almost every pie. But for all the things that he does that people deem as wicked, he created order. He created balance. One thing he made sure of is no one was trafficking anyone. And anyone who was, well, let's just say, they'd be made an example of. Anguish, for all of his faults, was good people. He was also my cousin. See, it was a family business. And one day, he decided to have me go do some work for him. It wasn't bad work, but I got into some trouble. Yeah, imagine that, right? But it was some major trouble. And for my safety, he told me to skip town. His professional courtesy aside, this was a cousin talking to a beloved cousin. Seems I had rolled with the wrong gang. Got my wires crossed, he said. We were supposed to be going after a small mark, just a quick robbery, quick grab and dash. Except we robbed the wrong person. She was an elf, dark elf, who amassed a great amount of wealth, and she had within her possession a tiara, which I was told would fetch a good penny. At the time, I was a little bit destitute. Even with my cousin being in the business, and even working for him, I needed ends to be met. Arrears to be paid. They weren't even mine, truthfully. They were my father's. Interestingly enough, I get the succubus side from my mother. My father was a human, so you can imagine his surprise when I showed up on his doorstep one day. Yeah, kind of a shaky reunion. Anyway, as time moved forward, I had to skip town. I ended up traveling all over the place, looking for a place to call my own. It was when I stopped in a small town, far from here, called Driftwood. It's on the coast, hence the name. While I was in Driftwood, I realized that my passion, my calling, was to create a safe place, a place of business, but also a place for people who are different to feel wanted and to feel safe. Along my travels, I came across Louis, Hakan. But the first person I met, the first person I traveled with, was Akyurt. Would you believe it, at the time, this was years ago, he wore a mask to cover his face. He said it was to protect his identity. Never understood it at the time. Now I do, and I get it. But back then he told me, and I quote, "There's something special about you." Maybe not in those exact words, no. Hey, I thought it was a pretty decent impression. Alright, well, critiques aside, he believed in what I was doing. That's why he backed my play. He backed it financially. And he also made it to where the stroke of midnight would be neutral territory. No one could come in and tell us what to do. No one could hunt us. But it was me who made the deal with the Inquisition to work with them. Do a little bit of good. And it's worked out so far. The point I'm making is that sometimes our destiny isn't obvious. What seems like an ill change of fortune, for lack of a better term, actually turns into a golden opportunity. You may be fated to fight against Jolene, but who knows what else you'll come across. The friends you'll make, the enemies you'll defeat, the foods you'll get to taste. You'll get to travel and see the world in a way that you hadn't been able to before. And that can be exciting. But it can understandably be overwhelming. Just know that no matter where you go, we'll always have a place where you hear the stroke of midnight. You've touched all of us. In more ways than one, sure. And you've got splendid fingers. But my point still stands. You'll always be welcome here. No matter what. If things get too rough, you know where to come back to. Hell, I'll keep a bed open just for you. I know, I sound like I'm getting all mushy. But you've spent so much time here with us. I guess in our own way we've all sort of fallen in love with you. I mean, in a manner of speaking. Me? Oh yeah. Look at you. What's not to love? I know that as a proprietor and everything, I can't necessarily pursue you. I would be against the rules, so to speak. But I can still give you my love and support. Love doesn't always have to be romantic. And heaven knows you've gotten your fair share of romance here. You could practically pick from anyone here who you want to be with. And that's the beauty of it. You're more than just a customer to us. You're a person with feelings. You matter to us. And your own destiny being so important, that isn't what makes you important to us. The reason we've been hiding you here and protecting you, you have been something special to us. And I don't think you realize it. Every one of us feels accepted, normal around you. Louis doesn't feel like just a whore. He doesn't feel like just someone getting paid to give someone else a good time. He feels loved. He's gonna take this the hardest, believe it or not. He adores you. Won't shut up about you. Truth be told, neither can I. I know. That being said, I think it is important that you go on this journey. For you. You give so much of yourself. It's time to take something for you. You'll be well protected too. That I can vouch for. And Akyurt will keep tabs. And it's not like it's goodbye forever. You'll be back soon. Much sooner than you think. I know, darling. I know. So what do you say? Why don't you stop being stuck in that corner and let us give you the love and support you deserve? However you want that to be. Does that sound good? Good. You don't know how proud we are to see that you're going to be taking this step. Before we head back to the others, I want to give you something. It's been with me since the stroke of midnight was founded. Kind of from beyond that, as a matter of fact. Here. Take a look. Don't worry, it's not a snake or anything. It's not going to bite you. Pretty thing, isn't it? And you know what's interesting about the tiara? That headband, however you want to look at it. That crown, that whatever you want to call it. It fits on your head perfectly, doesn't it? Almost like I was meant to steal it. Almost like I was meant to give it to you. I was told it has some magical properties. I don't know what exactly those properties are. Never bothered to have it looked at. But it's yours. May it keep you safe, traveler. I am gonna miss your hugs, for sure. Among other things, absolutely. I am part succubus, after all. And you have shown me quite a few things you are capable of. It's completely on the table, by the way, if you want to go another round before you leave. That offer will always stand for you. Oh, I'm sure all of us would be more than happy to give you a final goodbye, or at least a see you later, something to remember us by. If you ask nicely enough, of course. You do have some sweet kisses, not gonna lie. Either way, let's get you ready to go. I think the others are done packing, and from my understanding, Brick has been wanting to talk to you. Yeah, we managed to get him online. You want to go see him right now? Sure. Let's go do that. Hey, Brick. Looks like you have company.
My dearest traveller, it is most ostentatious to see you again, and in good health, may I add. How have you been keeping since our last encounter? Wonderful. I am glad to hear of this. I apologize for my absence. It seems that I was caught in the rain and could not free myself from the situation. But what is that, a little rain, to me, a knight of the pneumatic order of Moradin? A paladin shall fear no rain. Are those tears in your eyes, my dear traveller? How long exactly has it been? Months, you say? To think that I would be away from your side for months. It would give cause for any being to be saddened. But do not worry, for I am here now. For I shall not leave your side, ever your stalwart protector. I will be there. Or my name is not Brick de la Manzana. My apologies. My apologies. My zeal is only matched with my pleasure of seeing you again. What sort of adventures will we go upon on this morrow? Ah, an epic quest, then. Perfectly acceptable to this night. We shall leave then when you are ready, traveller, and at your behest. In the meantime, the goblin Gobbo was oiling down my joints to ensure that I do not get stuck again. I beg your pardon. I feel that it is necessary for me to indulge in this, to ensure that I do not rust further on our adventure. It is good to see you in good health. I will see you then in the morning.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Samuel, the right hand of Doom Fuentes, also known as Mazaris, also known as the Stroke of Midnight. Yeah, I know I've got a lot of names. Anyway, I just want to thank you so much for listening and taking the time to, take this journey with us, with our characters and everything in mind. As you can tell, things are kind of slowing down on the channel for a short period of time, but that should be hopefully changing soon. For those of you who do not know, I'm going to be transitioning from one job to another, so there may be some hiccups here and there. That being said, I want to thank you all so much for your support. You probably saw, but on my OnlyFans there is a NSFW, that is very spicy, not safe for work, definitely not for kids, but if you're an adult and you like that sort of thing, it's a really great audio, featuring Louis Garreau, a resident werewolf, as he begins to, shall we say, walk you through the paces. I think you'd rather enjoy that one. It's only $15, and it's about 16 minutes worth of audio. $5 for 5 minutes. I have commissions available if you want. I'm also obviously able to be commissioned for safe for work stuff over there. It is free to subscribe. You can also follow our podcast, Laughably Dapper Entertainment presents The Dichotomy. In the meantime, if there's anything you guys want to see, I know I made a poll about Halloween month coming up very soon. And while most of you have voted that you want cuddly sweet audio, it's going to be with monstrous twists. It's going to be with some fun and adventure. And that being said, because it is spooky month, you will, all of you, whether you like it or not, get some horror. In the meantime, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you again. Be sure to like, favorite, share, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, sweet dreams and pleasant nightmares.